So first of all, she gets herself all dressed up and she bursts into his office. And not bursts, okay, maybe bursts is a bit extreme, but she goes into his office and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I should have called." And he says, "No, no, no, no. You can come anytime." And he kicks the guys out. So this is a very in modern movies they do this differently usually, but in a movie at this time they have her show up and she's the most important thing. Work is not as important. He doesn't go, "Oh, hey baby, can you wait a minute? I'm in the middle of a meeting. Let me finish up with these guys and then I'll get to you." What he does is he says, "Hey, guys, get out of here. I need to talk to her." Now, in modern movies, oftentimes the way this is done is with, texting or something. So in 50 Shades of Grey, he's in a meeting or something, and he's texting her instead of attending to the meeting. And so here we have a exact similar thing, which just says that shows that women want to be, and you could say kind of expect to be. And when I say expect to be, what it means is they're disappointed when they're not, right? They're disappointed when they're not the most important thing in your life. Now, there, of course, is an understanding that it's not possible to always be the most important thing in your life, but that's kind of the desire. And so anytime that they get an indication that they're not, that makes them a little bit unhappy, let's say, disappointing. Okay, so that's the first thing. Then she says to him, "I used to paint." And he says, "I didn't know that."
I don't paint anymore. I used to paint all the time. I really loved it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Still paint.
I will. I'm, I'm gonna start.
Great.
And so this is a really key moment from the female viewer's perspective because Noah, when she was with Noah, she found out, or he found out that she liked to paint the very first date. And the idea is that from the very first date, he knew how to talk to her in a way that allowed her to open up and be herself and express herself. Meanwhile, she's with this guy, Lon, who is rich and handsome and powerful, and clearly they've had a good time together. But somehow there hasn't been the same depth in their relationship, even though it looks like, she's known him for a while. There hasn't been that depth where she has shared with him her, one of her deep, not desires, but one of her deep, because what she says is that painting is what she does for herself. And she says that, and you can go and see this clip. It's on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. So you can go and watch this clip if you want to, or you can go to chickflicksexplained.com and you can go to the Notebook live stream and watch the live stream, the full live stream of part one. And what she says in that section is something like, "When I paint, there's so much chatter around me. And when I paint, everything gets quiet." And so that's her time to sort of be by herself, to be herself. And and this guy doesn't know about that. And also, she hasn't been painting, which means that instead of living out her life the way she's wanted to, she's been following what she's supposed to do in life. Because when this came out in earlier in the movie that she paints, it started out with her saying, "Oh, well, I'm very busy. I have piano lessons and Latin lessons and this and dance lessons and all these lessons, and everything is all orderly and she has to study." And that's when, later on, she's, oh, a little bit later, she says, "Yeah, so basically painting is how I get away from all." And so now she hasn't been painting. And so that means that she hasn't gotten away from her life. And so her life has been this regimented thing of obligations that are need to be fulfilled, and not about fulfilling her personal deep felt goals and desires. And so, so That's a significant moment when he says, "Oh, I didn't know that." It implies, hey, he doesn't really know her that well. She may be a good option, a good choice as someone to marry, a good mate, but he doesn't really have that what really matters to what really matters and what's really important, which is that deep understanding of her. And then, she sort of says, "Oh, I need to go and get away and clear my head." And he's very accommodating. He's like, "Sure, yeah, that's fine. I understand. You do that." And he's, it's normal to get cold feet. So, you have this reversal where normally it's the guy that is the one who needs to be coaxed into the marriage. But we have the reverse. And we have the reverse because in the female fantasy, the guy is the one who really, 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 really wants to get married. And she's the one who's maybe kind of on the fence or less certain, or, because what that shows you is that in this case, she has the power. Oftentimes, because the woman is the one who wants it more. But in this case, he's the one who wants it more. So she has the power to choose.
To help other people find this channel and to help us grow, and to make sure you don't miss the next one, like and subscribe down below, and we'll see you next time.